Welcome to Therapy Facts with Dr. Jenn. Point number 9 about the way therapy works continues along the line of those painful efforts, right? And so sometimes clear understanding leads us to deciding that we need to do new behaviors. And sometimes those new behaviors go beyond saying, no, I won't babysit, to no, I don't want you in my life anymore. Understanding that it is okay to decide that a person does not need to occupy a certain place in your life based on the new understanding you have about your details is a very important therapy outcome. But it can also be a very painful therapy outcome. And so again, being able to have a professional therapist walk you through reassigning roles for people in your life to include, being in your life but at a distance or not being in your life at all can be a very important outcome of therapy. And it's scary. We hear a lot about cancel culture. We hear about people going no contact with family members. We hear about, people just banishing people from their lives. And that is real. There are some schools of thought to say that, everyone should forgive and forget, and people should allow people to be human and not hold them to a standard of perfection that nobody can meet. And that is absolutely true. But as a human being with your own personal, what we call agency, you have the right to decide who is in your life and who is not in your life. You also have the right to decide how someone is in your life. Okay? And so you have the right to make that decision based on good data or details or not. Because you are a human with agency and your life is your life. And sometimes, despite your best efforts and your repeated efforts, having certain people in your life can cause much more pain than it's worth. It can be much more detrimental to your life, to your children's lives, to the functioning of your marriage, to the functioning of your mental health, to have people in certain positions in your life. And so those are weighty decisions, again, that can be very painful that a therapist can help you with. But this is part of how, when we get a better understanding, we might decide, hey, I don't want that person in my life. And speaking of that, you can forgive someone for whatever their role in your pain. You can forgive that person without putting yourself in the position to receive that pain again. Okay? So you can forgive someone, which you do for you, so that you're not carrying that pain around, the pain of the unforgiveness. You're not carrying that pain around with you. But you do not have to put yourself in a position for them to deliver that pain to you again. And many people find that they're in relationship with someone or someone's who repeatedly cause them the very similar type of pain over and over and over again. And even when people apologize and, oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry and an apology are great because they validate that a person has done something bad to you or something to harm you, and that person is taking some accountability for doing that. However, what you're really looking for is behavior change. So if that person continues to harm you in the same or similar ways, then the assumption must be that this is just who this person is. And so you can get yourself out of their way, just like you would get yourself out of the way of a speeding bus or truck, it's okay to move yourself away from that danger. And so when your better understanding, your clarity leads you to the decision to change people's positions in your life, including moving them out of your life, that is a typical outcome in therapy that a therapist can walk you through, figuring out the details around how that decision can be carried through.